Okay everybody, this is the complete transformation process for Newage David. That is the third-party legend scale company take on Optimus Prime. This particular one is the comic variant, but all the molds are the same. Just a reminder, this is only the transformation process and the review is separately uploaded. I'm going to make this as descriptive as possible, so please bear with me because there's lots of steps, lots of intricate little panels, and indeed it can be quite tricky. So I'm going to start off with just separating this part from the front of the cab. By doing that, that just gives us this little bit of leeway here into the legs. Now what I'm going to do is take what we're going to be the feet, and I'm just going to fold these right down and out of the way, and at the same time I'm going to fold over what will come to be the heel of his foot. So if we just bring these all the way down and out of the way, and then indeed fold these out, I'm just going to leave them there. In fact, I'll turn it around, rotate it 180 degrees while we're here. It'll just save us doing that later on. All right, let's go that way around. There we go. Now then, I'm going to separate the legs. So you've got, what are they? Of course, the fuel tanks on the side. This little silver part, as you can see there, will come off and fold it back onto the wheels, and then you can separate the legs as well. And then because we've separated this here, we've got this little bit of movement which is going to enable us to play around. Right, this is where it gets really sort of intricate but quite clever at the same time. So we're going to fold this part up. We're then going to bring this back. That's going to reveal the top part of the thighs. At the same time now, fold these wheels over. Now you can see there that there's a hole in there. That's going to line up with this tab on there. So we can literally, if you want to, close that there. Then you're going to rotate this around like so. So you've turned that 180 degrees. Then this part here, you're going to push right through the middle. It gets more intricate in this, so hopefully you could stay with me, like so. And then we're going to take this silver part, we're going to fold this in here, and then we're going to take the lower part of the leg and rotate that 180 degrees from what was, of course, the knee. Now this slot here is going to fit the wheels in, like so. And indeed, this will come over, and the other tab on the foot will indeed close over the leg. So there's loads to do there. Everything turns in and out. So, and then there's one final thing to do as well, and that is of course turn the whole leg around like so. So what we did was we've already folded this back. There's a hole there, there's a hole there. We're going to fold these over, line that up like so. We are then going to separate this by lifting this up. As you lift this up, you can fold this bit inside, tuck it all the way around, fold this silver part up and over, and then you're going to rotate this 180 degrees like so, and then you're going to rotate the bottom part 180 degrees as well. So this is then going to slot in over the top like that, and indeed close over. But now obviously we've just got the leg the wrong way around, so let's spin that there, and that's the bottom section done. Right, now what we're going to do, if we move that completely out of the way, let's turn our attention to the front, and this I think is even more intricate, to be honest. Fold these wheels down, and indeed let's sort of tuck them right out of the way for now. Then if we turn our attention to the back, we've got this part here, lift this out and all the way up. So these bits now on the side, see these? I want you to, in fact, we'll leave them there for now. Let's take the arms out. So let's take the doors, open the doors, and then what you can do is you can separate this from the front and lift that all the way up. You can see there that the arms are now stacked inside there. Let's bring these out, fold these out. So if we turn our attention to this part, we're then going to rotate these. These are on tiny little ball and sockets. Rotate them up like so. See the little ball there? Rotate it up, and then before we push it down, pull this out and the head will appear. Fold the head out. Now correct that, bring it up and over. Right, let's sort these arms out. So let's turn the arms around, and what we're going to do, we're going to open up this, and then we're going to separate it down. So what I did, you probably couldn't see that. This was tucked up over itself. It was condensed over itself. Fold it over and then close that up. So basically you've extended the arm, because here you can see it's still tucked in. So if you fold it down and then bring it down and close it over, you've basically made the arm that little bit bigger. Right, while we've got this underside open, keep these folded down, rotate them all the way around 180 degrees as well. Everything's going 180 degrees, it's so clever. And then fold them down so they're sitting like that upside down. Then we're going to turn our attention to the doors and this part here. So fold this over, fold this in, and then we're going to fold this underneath. I'm going to show you where that's going to go in a second. So we folded this in, we folded this over, and now what we're going to carefully do, fold it under this way, but we've got to miss this grill. Now, if I'm being honest, I've knocked this grill off a couple of times. It isn't detrimental. It does pop back into place, no problem. So push that right through. And then just before you lock this in, you're then going to rotate the arms 180 degrees as well. So you've now got the two black dots at the front. The two black dots were there. Oh, once you've got that there, correct the orientation of the arm and you're fine. So what we did was we rotated the arm, or the shoulder, shall we say. See, this is moving all the way around, rotating it around, and then correct the orientation of the shoulder like so. This gives you more clearance to come underneath and indeed straighten that up. This will be further back now. It'll be set back because what you're going to do is turn this bit into the front of the chest, which I know is crazy because he's already got one. Oh, see what I mean? Straight off. So what we're going to do now, we're going to extend this out. So if you hold on to the bumper, see this is sliding out like so. Oh, I've now pulled that off as well, but that does just slot back in. What you're going to do, you're going to rotate that 180 degrees. I've got it caught on the wheel, get rid of the wheel. There you go, there's the chest. As I say, it was a faux chest. Bear with me 2 seconds. Typically that's just popped out. But again, the reason why I do these videos is if this happens to you, you can be rest assured that it's not too detrimental. So I'm just clipping that back in. And then what we need to do is rotate this all 180 degrees around like so. So this is going to turn all the way up and over there. Let me just reconnect these bits that fell out. There we go. And indeed that bit. I told you it's intricate. And as I said, if anything goes wrong like that, I always keep it in for them reasons. Right, final stages then. Let's fold this bit round. This is ready to finish off. Now you're going to rotate this 180 degrees. Set this back, ready to slot over here. These are the pieces, as I said, from the side. These need to be ready to come in to this like that. There we go. Because it span around, it had got caught. So fold them underneath. Make sure this back part is completely underneath there like so, and in this comes. Reset this back down. There's his top off, and there we go. You could see that's really intricate, so clever. Then the last bit is make sure this is on the outside. Fold this down, tuck this little bit underneath and sit it into there, and there you have him in robot mode. Apologies, I didn't correct the orientation of the forearms, so you would then turn at the forearm to where you've got that bit there, and then of course rotate the hands around as well. The hands are the other way around, and that is so they fit better in the truck mode. But there you go, there he is in his robot mode. Okay then, let's take him back to his truck mode, and again bear with me because in all honesty I actually find this a little bit more difficult, to be honest. So let's start off with taking the fists. Rotate these all the way around 180 degrees. Now you could take these out as well if you wanted to, obviously. Rotate them to face the opposite way, and then indeed take the forearm and turn it around so you've got the silver strip coming down at that particular side. That's that done. Now what we're going to do, we're going to start to separate everything. So from the back you can bring this bit out, lift this, extend it all the way out, and then you might as well take these, rotate them around underneath. So basically they're exactly the opposite. They were folded out into the facing down, whereas now they're going to be folded in and facing inwards as well. So bring them up completely out of the way. Then what we're going to do, I'm going to separate the waist. I'm just going to separate this right out. By doing that, you can see that's freed up all this here. We do really need this space now. What we're then going to do is I'm going to take this whole chest piece. Again, just be careful in case the grill comes off. As you spin this round, rotate the faux chest, as it obviously is, 180 degrees to give us the front of the cab. Leave that there. We're not going to push it all the way back just yet because there's still quite a bit to go on. In the meantime though, let's take these parts here, push this all the way through, past this front of the grill like so, lift this out. Let's take the head, bring this all the way out by pulling on that tab, fold this down like so and in, and make sure it goes all the way in so it's nice and flush. What I mean by nice and flush is it's back against there. If it's not, you won't get this to close up, and believe you me, this is tricky enough as it is. Right, let's remember to do both at the same time this time. Rotate the shoulder orientations around so the two black dots are at the back and not at the front. Same with that side. There they go. I'm just going to bring the arms around as well. Now we've got these little hinges here, which you can see there swivel. And what this is going to enable us to do, oh, I've got the wrong side, is just condense the arm back a little bit again. So what I'm looking to try and do here is open up this. There you go. And then what we're going to do, because we need the silver bits on the side, I'm going to fold this back. See how I've folded it over itself? That's when it's extended. That's back over itself. But at the same time, it needs to be around this side. So let it come forward, turn it at the shoulder, and then turn it that way and condense itself. So it's going to fit there. So you've got the smokestack at the back and the fist is facing forwards. Right, in fact, let's take these, let's fold this out. Let's open all these little bits that are all folded up and out as well. And this is going to give you an idea, of course, of how everything's just going to fit nice and snugly around all this in a second. Right, the wheel already on that side is already turned around. This one as well, let's turn this and have it ready in the correct orientation. We've already done that shoulder, which is brilliant. Now we just need to sort this part out. So again, open up here, like so. And again, get ready to line this up so that you've spun it around and it's going to come underneath like so. That's pretty much it, to be fair, for the front. Let's bring this right out. I know it doesn't look it, but it is, believe you me. So let's take the grill. Let's slot this back along there, like so. You heard that clip into position. You can then, if you want to, push this right the way back and down. Just lift this tiny little tab up. Now before you start to close everything, this does actually need to rotate a full 180 degrees like so, because that's how the back is going to be. We can see the pretty much shape of the cab though is all set up. So let's go ahead and fold this down and clip these around the fists like so, and then correct the orientation. Well, just bring these underneath and tab these in to the slots underneath this like so. That's just catching on this, so I just need to bring this out of the way ever so slightly and then reattach. Right, I'm going to open that up and leave that there, and then this whole front part then will cascade forward in a second. But before we do that, let's bring this right the way back there, because that's how it's going to sort of fit in a minute. There you go, that's how you know you're right. Now let's come to the legs, and if you remember, these were really quite intricate as well. So let's start off by opening up this tab here. So we've separated that tab from there, and then what this is going to enable us to do is lift this up. I'm going to lift this right up and out of the way, and then I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees, fold this part out, which is the hitch obviously, and leave this up out of the way for now. Take the lower section, spin this all the way around as well, 180 degrees, fold the feet out, sorry, the wheels out, and then we're going to rotate at the thigh 180 degrees. So now that's going to tab into there in a second, but let's just tidy all this up. Fold this silver part out, fold this part down, bring this around over there, and then that's pretty much that side done, ready to connect all together in a minute. So what we did was we opened up this like so, we then lifted it up, and then what we did was we rotated 180 degrees, get it out of the way. Open up this silver, in fact no, we'll do that in a minute. Open up this, open up that, rotate this 180 degrees. Then what we're going to do is fold that out. Then we're going to turn at the thigh, and as you can see, it's pretty much all going to start to click together. So bring this down, click this over as well. I forgot to fold out the hitch, the trailer hitch part here first. That was my fault, so I need to bring that out. Bring this down like so, and rotate still. There we go. So you can see how that's all going to line up and indeed click into place. These I'm going to bring round. This isn't ready to click in just yet because these are going to slot in there. I just need to bend this right back, fold it on itself. There you go, push it in. Now you can see when we fold this bit back in a second, oh, I've already started to push that in. There you go, that these are going to line up on the side like so. That's there. This is now going to line up on that side like so. This part is then going to fold forward, and this is where you've got to sort of extend from the bottom. So watch this, you can drag it forward and it'll then fit into them two holes. This is much more secure now, ready to just do the final bit, which was the feet. So we're going to rotate these around 180 degrees, fold the heel over, condense these back over themselves, and you can pop that little tab in there like so. So what we did was rotate 180 degrees, fold the heel sprue over, condense this all over itself until that tab fits into the slot you've just made right there. There you go. It was very intricate. I hope you found it useful anyway. Sorry it took so long, but I wanted to show you it in every single stage because I personally find it quite difficult. Hope it helped anyway, guys. Let me know in the comments. Take care.